So even if your situation is a little different, you'll still get a clear idea of how it all works. Let's continue with self-employment. If you're a freelancer, contractor, or a business owner, you'll likely file Schedule C. This form reports your income and any business expenses you have. Now here's the catch. You can only file for free if you're filing with just a W-2. If your situation requires additional forms, TurboTax will prompt you to upgrade to Deluxe or Premium. For this video, we will continue with Deluxe. Let's say I work in e-commerce. As for subcategory, I'll select clothing retailer and continue. They are asking what's the situation of your self-employment? Let's say it's a side job and continue. Tell us about how long you've worked in clothing retailers. First two options are obvious, but the third one, let's say you started in the previous year or even earlier, you can select this option. I didn't start or stop in 2024 and continue. Did you make these payments for your work? So if you did, you should select yes. Otherwise, select no and continue. Tell us if any of these less common situations apply to this work. None of these apply and continue. Recheck your info and scroll down, click on Looks Good. Now this part is important. Let me explain it with a relevant example. Let's say if you run an e-commerce store on Shopify, you might receive a 1099K if your sales exceed the threshold. Your expenses could include product costs, packaging, shipping, and marketing ads. Overall, payment platforms like Fiverr, PayPal, Shopify, or Uber issue 1099K only if you hit 20,000 plus and 200 plus transactions, but some states have lower thresholds. So this is where you need to pick the form that matches how you were paid. For example, 1099K. Let's continue. Who issued the form? Let's say PayPal. Next, filer's federal ID number. Let's type it here. Box 1A. Let's go with $5,000 as an example. Federal income tax, $400. This amount in Box 1A is too high or includes some personal transactions. This means if the amount in Box 1A is entirely business-related, then you should leave it unchecked. If you discovered that part of that amount includes personal transactions not related to your business, then check Mark it and enter the amount that shouldn't be included. Let's say I received $200 from one of my friend, or anything that is not coming from your business. My 1099K form has state information in boxes 6 to 8. Just like W-2, if you have something written in these boxes, make sure to add those details. View the filer and payer addresses. This option is just for your reference as it lets you view the addresses of the filer and payer. You don't need to check Mark it, it's simply available if you want to verify the contact details. Let's continue further. So we have completed our 1099K form successfully. If you have more self-employed income for your business, you can choose yes, otherwise no, and continue. Do you have any expenses for your business like office rent, internet, in case of Uber, car expenses? So click on yes, and you're going to need to upgrade to premium in order to add your business expenses. I'll skip it, but you need to make sure to add all your details. We need to review some information, so let's review it and see what we missed. They are asking if your work took place in the United States or not. Yes, all or most of my work took place in the United States. And continue. This is about former employer. Imagine you used to work at a clothing store as an employee. Now you're doing similar work for them as a freelancer or independent contractor. In that case, you'd select that some or all of the work is for a former employer. Otherwise, select none. Next question is about deductions. Let's say you took out a small loan to buy racks or inventory for your clothing business, and you plan to claim the loan's interest somewhere else, not under your self-employed income. If that applies, select yes. Otherwise, select no and continue. Next is, do you have another line of self-employed work in 2024? This question simply asks if you'll have more than one type of self-employed business or gig in 2024. For example, if you run a clothing store and also do freelance design work, you'd select yes, otherwise no, and continue. Next is investments and savings.